Hi friends, good morning to all of you and welcome to this video session. I'm Gopal Desai here and today I'm going to teach you chapter number 1. That's means we have been very for the long period of time we continue with this chapter. So I hope that within one or two video it will be end soon. Okay, and as previous announcement about midterm, right? Read this chapter very carefully because 25 marks unit midterm test will be asked or the paper will be prepared from this textbook lesson only. For the test, you must not refer any of the private publication. Just go through the textbook, right? And if you are regular in summary writing, then I am very definite you will get a good marks in your examination. Okay. So that is the previous announcement related to the midterm. Now back to the point. Today we do have chapter number 1, right? Rise of British rule in India. Right? As you know that in previous video I taught you about how the different tribes, European tribes, right, arrived in India by falling of Constantinople. I clarified your doubt and explained the falling of Constantinople, then needs of Indian commodities in the European market, then arrival of the different European tribes. That means the Dutch, the Hollands, then French, right, the Danish, then the British. But British arrived late, that means arrived last, and what succeed to make India their colony. Okay. Then we discuss about the different governor generals and their policies, right? How they enact the British rule in India through their policies. That we also discussed. Then how they captured, right, all the princely states of India by hook and crook. So these are our discussion points that we discussed in detail in our video session. Okay. Now we do have a topic today, right? Teaching point of today: economic impact of the company, right? So how is the economic impact of the company on India? As you know that, right, all the princely state came into hand of British. So they applied their policy and they started, right, they introduced injustice economic policy. Keep in mind, right, injustice, right, was there. Injustice was there. How was injustice? But before discussing these points, let's talk about Indian economy at that time. Indian GDP was very nice, right? Better to say 9% growth was there, right? In Indian GDP before the British arrival. India was rich, right? And very famous in handicraft, and Indian agriculture was advanced at that time. But in Britishers introduced, right? Britishers introduced, yes, Dvimukhi Sasan, right? Remember this word. The dual power policy in English and in Gujarati, Dvimukhi Shasan, right? And that's also called subsidiary alliance system, right? Subsidiary alliance system. So try to understand this one first. Then how the Indian economy become backward due to this that we are going to discuss. So what is subsidiary alliance system, right? That I am in a relevance of injustice, right? Keep in mind, Britishers introduced unjustified economic policy, right? And that's why India became poor. So economic impact of the British arrival in India was negative. But because Britishers introduced a very injustice economic policy, and that policy is called subsidiary alliance policy. Now, what is subsidiary alliance system? Try to understand. So, you all know, right, that Britishers captured India from north to south, right? From north to south they captured, east to west, right? They captured all the states and export means introduced their economic policy. What was their economic policy? See now, they collect revenues, right? So they collect revenue from all the states. They collect revenue from all the states, and they didn't spend a collected money on the welfare and development of the state. Are you getting what I mean to say? Right? They collect money or taxes from all the princely states, but they didn't spend the money, right, on the welfare or development of the state. But they spent that money on military expenses. On military expenses, right? So they collect money from military expenses and stronger and strengthen their military power or armed power to rule over India. So who look after development? Nawab or the kings. Kings of all the princely states in India, right, look after development. So, as you all know, right? As you all know that they collect revenues but didn't spend. And I told you that Nawab or kings, right, look after the development of the state. But think that if the revenue is collected by British, then how Nawab or kings spend money on the welfare of the people? Definitely no. So that's what happened, right? All the development stopped, right? Development stopped due to this injustice, subsidiary alien system that is called Dvimukhi in Gujarati and dual power, right, in English. So what happened? How they means attempt to make the Indian economy backward. See, they collect all the raw materials. First of all, what they did, they applied a heavy taxes, right? See here. So British applied heavy taxes on Indian industry, right? Indian industry. So Britishers applied a heavy taxes on Indian industry. As a result, what happened, right? They applied on Indian artists. They applied on peasant means farmer, right? And handicrafters, right? So applied a heavy taxes on that one. How? So it may be hard for you to understand, sir, how this heavy taxes is applied. Okay, try to understand. Suppose Indian handicrafters made fabric, right? So if Indian handicrafter make fabric means cloth, right? Carpet. So if Indian handicrafters make fabric, right, they applied 30% to 40% tax on that one. So automatically the Indian fabric, right, due to the unfair tax policy, Indian fabric, right, cost of the Indian fabric will be higher than the Britishers. So gradually no one prefer to purchase Indian fabric, right? At present, you know that the Indian government, due to the border crisis with China, right? Our government applied a heavy taxes on Chinese food and ban on, I think, 59 to 60 apps, right? So that was why, to defeat China economically, government took these steps. So same way, what happened? The Britishers, right, applied heavy taxes on the Indian goods, like Indian handicrafts, on Indian clothes, on Indian Ayurvedic medicines, etc., etc. So production cost is higher for Indian goods, while British production cost is lower compared to Indian goods. Why? Because they didn't apply much tax, right, or equal tax on British goods, and that's why what happened, automatically Indian goods, right, British goods became cheaper than the Indian goods. So people prefer to purchase the British goods. And as a result, all the Indian industries, like handicraft industries, then uh, uh, farming industries, agro industries, right? Then Ayurvedic medical industries, all collapsed. So there wasn't any competitive of Britishers in Indian market, and as a result, what happened, right? Indian industry or Indian handicraft industry was completely collapsed, and means Indian skilled workers, Indian artists, Indian peasants, right, all become unemployed and poor. So they all became poor, and that's why what happened. Indian goods, right? That means Indian raw material was purchased by all the raw materials, cotton, then raw diamonds, right? Raw golds, then even grains, right? Some agro products, right? So all Indian goods were purchased by the British, and they sang, as I told you, right? Because they introduced a first railway line and steamer services. Keep in mind this point, right? So steamer services. So through the all the Indian goods, right, sent to the England from with steamer services, and that one, right, and that one, that means that raw material manufactured in British industry. So British industry generate employment. So youth of the England got employment, and youth of the India, right, became unemployed. So that's why what happened, mismanaged, means India became poor and British, right, became richer, right, or richer compared to India by exploiting Indians. As you know that when all the tribes arrived in India, because India was prosperous, right, and skilled, but due to control, political control, they generate a such kind of injustice policy, and that completely collapsed Indian market. Now what happened? So through the steamer services, right, they send all the goods to the foreign, that means England, right? Try to understand this one. So during this period, they introduced a first railway line from Mumbai to Thane, right? Not to serve the Indian people, but with their trade purpose. They introduced steamer services, right? Not to serve Indian people, right, or to force Indian economy, but to exploit Indian economy and prosperize England. Now see here, right? Try to understand a next point, right? With the okay. So all the raw materials, right, raw materials sent to England. Why? Because there wasn't any purchaser of Indian raw material in Indian market, because they first applied a very heavy taxes on Indian goods. So no one was ready to purchase the Indian goods, right? And all the means artists, peasants, right, and other relevant or service sector, production sector, right, of India collapsed due to the very unfair taxation policy. So what India produced raw material, and that raw material sent to England. So see, they develop ports, right, in Calcutta, Chennai and Bombay. Right, these are the three metro cities at present, and these are the southern part of India. So from here, right, they send all the raw materials to England. Right, understand? Right, they introduce a ship service, and from ship service, right, it's sent to England. This policy first introduced to Bengal. See, try to understand. Subsidiary alien system first introduced to Bengal. So all this raw material sent to England, and here the artist lost the job, handicrafter lost the job, then peasant lost the job, production sector workers lost the job. So Indian economy, right, became victim of unemployment. Victim of unemployment. Indian society become victim of poverty. Right? India lost economy. So when the raw material reach here, right, they produce, manufacture it. They manufacture it. Right? Suppose Indian cotton is manufactured in England. So a well prepared t-shirt, right? So all the manufactured goods back to the India. All the manufactured goods, right? Indian cotton goes to England, but they manufacture the cotton and prepare a shirt and t-shirt and send it to Indian market to sell. So how was economical impact? Economical impact of India was that India remained a country of producing a raw material and purchasing British goods. So India became market for Britishers. So all here, due to manufacture, right, employment generate here, right, here the problem of unemployment created, and here the problem of, right, employment generated. Here employment created. So employment created, right, unemployment generated. So due to employment, the England, society of England become rich. Here poverty came. Then GDP or economy, right? GDP or economy of England became stronger and strengthened. So, okay, this was economic impact, right, of company in India. So, Indian economy, that means company rule and company's economic impact was very, very negative, right, for Indian people and country like India. So this is what, right, an economic impact of British or company rule, East India Company rule, right, in India as reference to your textbook, right? So what you have to do, first read the textual information, first see the video completely, then read the textbook information, right, and see the video again. Then summarize all the means understanding verbally, right, that you make able very clear about this topic. Thank you very much. Thank you. And next time, right, the chapter will be definitely end. Thank you very much.